go, go. I'm so excited. I'm literally like jogging around my studio. So welcome to the inventory reduction sale. It is Friday night. It is 7 p.m. Central Time. And I am here in my studio. I'm here with my posse and I'm here with my hubby. I'm like, as you guys start checking in and you start coming in, start waving, say hi, because it's so much more fun when like I see that people are here and they're asking questions. And I'm going to do a really quick introduction. He's just going to be like behind the camera and chit-chatting, but my husband David is right over here. David, this is everybody.
Hey everybody.
Hey everybody, he says. I need also, if I'm using my new little what's it called, Yeti, and so if the sound is not working for you guys, I need to know. Okay, so help me out with that. But hey, as you're checking in, start waving, give me some fire. I mean, I just super excited to be here and just super excited to get started. And I'm like, here's what I'm going to promise tonight. I'm going to promise a variety of things. Number one, I promise that David is going to help you with questions if I miss them, okay? So he's watching this feed. So, hey Jen, hey Tracy, hey Michelle, hey Lisa. It is so cool that you're here, and I'm just like, thank you for the hearts. It's like, I'm just super excited. But I need to like start like, okay, here's what I'm going to promise. David's going to answer your questions, all right? I'm still going to watch the stream and I make sure everything's going good, but I want you to know that David's here to answer questions, and he'll be answering questions. I mean, just hit him with it. I mean, say hi, say, hey, David, say hi to David, because he would love to see his name in writing. I'm pretty sure he would. He's smiling over there. So, all right, so that's number one promise. You got someone backing you up and you got someone here answering your questions. Promise number two, all right? We are going to have fun and we are going to rant. We are going to rant, okay? So it's not just going to be like all art. It's also going to be like, let's share stories about like some of the crazy things that are happening during like COVID. Like, I want to know what your favorite TV show is to binge watch. I'm going to be asking you that question, all right? Because as I paint, I watch a lot of shows and I binge watch a lot of things. So I'm going to need to know that. So get that ready, all right? So we're going to do some ranting in between the art viewing, all right? So the reason we're going to do some ranting is, okay, so I'm prepared. Got a little bit of wine for the ranting. I've got a little bit of water for if I get a little allergy attack or I drink a little too much wine. And then I've got just a little bit of this as well, and it's my last one that I have here. So I'm like, just like loving on it. But anyway, so that's what we're gonna do. So promise number two is we're gonna have fun. We're gonna start ranting, and I'm gonna get like super excited about like some of the crazy things that are just happening during COVID. And you know what? Even though it's kind of crazy right now and it's really hard to figure out what's going on, there's some really great things that are happening too. So I usually have my inventory reduction sale every year at this time of year, right? And if people come into my studio and they shop and they kind of rifle through everything. And this year in March, mid-March, the Ides of March hits, and I see the market shifting, and I go, oh no, I'm not going to be able to have my inventory reduction sale. And here's the thing, it just kind of came to me. I'm like, I need to do this online. And here's the best thing about it. Now, more people can have access to this art, right? More people are going to be able to see these great prices. More people are going to be able to, instead of all of this art just piling up in my studio, I want it to go to a good home. I would rather go to a good home than just sit in my studio and stack up, right? So there are some really great things happening, even though, we're missing our friends and our family, and we're missing being able to go out to the grocery store without a mask. There's just, this is great. This is great. So we can find the positives inside of the entire experience. We can lean into it and we can make the best of it. So I'm super excited that you're here tonight. Thank you for coming along. My goal is just to pretty much be here for about 30 minutes and show you guys some art. Again, do a little bit of ranting, share some stories about like what are you binge watching, or what's the craziest thing that one of your kids has done since COVID, right? Because they're doing crazy things. You're like, what? So we're going to just go ahead and get started looking at some artwork, if that's okay with you. Is that okay with you? All right. here are some of the things that you just need to know about the art. Number one, I'm making this super simple tonight. There are 2 price points. There's a price point for a small painting, and a small painting are those 16 by 20s and the 20 by 20s that I've been posting all week long in Art Moxie. Those are still the same deal. $197 for the first one, and you get to choose the second one for free. So the price points are all those little ones are still the same, $197, and remember, you get to pick a second one for free. Now, the ones like the ones behind me, I'm considering them medium size. So everything that I'm showing you tonight is medium size, all right? They are gonna start from 24 by 30 and they go all the way up to, I think, a 48 by 60, okay? So that is one price. Doesn't matter if it's a 24 by 30 or it's a 48 by 60, one price, $697. That is it, $697. So I'm sure you guys have noticed the painting behind me. The painting behind me is called Conflict. It is I'm looking at that, I think that's a 36 by 36 in a gallery. That would go for right around the high 3Ks, like $39.99. That's about what it would go at a gallery. Here's the deal. You're coming straight to me. You don't have to pay a gallery fee, 50% right off the top, right? But then I'm taking it down even more, all right? $697, all right? It's yours for $697. That includes free shipping. Here's the deal. This size, it shipped you in a mailing tube. I'm going to show you real quick what a mailing tube would look like. All right. So free shipping is going to come in a mailing tube. Obviously, this painting there won't fit in this one, but that's what it's going to come in. If you want it still on the stretcher frames, right? You just let me know, because that size is going to be an upcharge for shipping depending on where you live. But the reality is I will ship it to you for free, and then you can take it to your framer and they'll put it right back on a frame. All right. So you decide, because it might mean, let's do some math and see what it will cost for you to put it back on a frame versus what it'll cost to ship it like FedEx. I mean, sometimes they hit you with freight charges that you're like, what the heck, right? The freight charges can be sometimes more than what I'm selling that painting for. So anyway, that's what's going to go on tonight. All right. So here's the first painting. It is part of my abstract series, right? It is a neutral abstract. Again, it is a 36 by 36. It's super simple, super contemporary, and it will go really well in any room, right? The colors are it's not a black, it's what I call a Payne's gray or a navy blue, and then you have the lighter blue with it. The color of the year this year, guys, was blue. So I did this a couple years ago, so I nailed that one. But that one is called Conflict. All right. If you'd like it, all you need to do is let me know in the comments. And you can even make comments like, ooh, but I want to see more, right? Because this is the first offering. There's going to be a lot more. All right. But we're going to stay with the abstract neutral series. And I'm actually going to put the number 1 on this painting. Okay. So you can also make notes. It's called Conflict. It's number 1. So when it comes down to, if you want to ask questions later on, that's the information that will help me know which painting you're talking about. Okay? All right. There's one off. Okay. Let's see if these are too low. These might be a little too low. Nope, I think they're fine. All right. So I'm going to show you this one because it's a part of that the neutral abstract series. All right, these are 2 16 by 20 panels. So one 16 by 20 and another one. They're both framed, but I'm only selling them as a pair, right? But here's the deal. I'm including these in the buy one, get one, right? So this is called Bend, right? And it is, again, you buy one for $197, you get the other one for free. I'm including these frames in here in this price as well. This is called Lean In, and I'm gonna have this as number 2, all right? So if that's something you would like, again, make some notes or just go ahead and say, I want that one. And Mr. David over there, he'll be helping you.
Was it Lean In?
Actually, lean. Number 2. So this is number 2. my daughter's favorites, and I'm including it in the black and white abstract series only because it's black and white. But it's just a really simple contour drawing, and I'm going to pull this up a little bit for you guys. But it, I don't know, the college girls really like it, and if you recognize those symbols, then you know where she like is in college. So, but if you guys know me, I'm like, really? But anyway, this is one that is $197. Okay, so if you want to buy this one, then you get to pick out another one for free. Okay, this is number 3. Okay, number 3.
What's it called?
Oh gosh, what's it called?
Tridel.
Let's call it Tridel. I know a lot of your college girls will be like, I don't want it if it's a Tridel. I don't blame you, but the reality is that's what I did. Okay, so Tridel. All right, moving along. Again, these are the neutral abstracts, and I did this series about a year and a half ago, and this one is called Pick Me. Pick Me. Super simple, meant to go into like a really contemporary setting. You can even mix it in with some of my impressionistic paintings as you start looking at them, but this one is a 20 by 20. It is a little bit thicker canvas, but again, it's that one that's being offered for $197, right? Remember, 2 price points, $197, and if you buy one for $197, you get a second one for free, and then the other price point is higher, all right? So there's that one. All right, so I started to work a little bit more with some red and pull some colors in here. This one is like, oh gosh, what do I call this one? I think I call this one Lean Out. So I have Bend. So they're all kind of like Pick Me. They're all kind of abstract, but still have a, I know there's bodies. I don't know. You see them in there. So this one is Lean Out. Again, $197. All right. Oop, I forgot to put a price on these. Or I'm sorry, I forgot to put numbers on these. So this one is number 4. I gotta get better and remember to put the numbers on. All right, this is called City, like Night City. Again, it's a really simple neutral one. This one is a 24 by 24, but I'm still offering it for $197. All right, so it's part of that abstract series. This one's number 5. I only have a couple more of these neutral ones, but this one is a 20, or this is an 18 by 36. Let me move it back a little bit. It is still $197. I'm just going to include this in those neutral abstracts, and this one is called And Then, and I'm going to put the number 6 on it. All right. Again, one of the nice things about it, which I'm not sure it's showing in here, is this is a matte black to here and then a glossy black. So it's also playing with a very neutral palette, but also playing with a matte and a gloss. All right.
What's it called?
And Then, and it's number 6.
By the way, I gave your number 5, but instead of N-I-G-H-T, I call it K-N-I-G-H-T.
Night. Ooh, I like that. Like night versus night. I like it. I like it.
Just because. Tracy Hoffman's online.
All right. Okay. So this is the final piece that is in that neutral abstract series. And when I use like a lot of these paintings where you see the really wide kind of brush strokes, it's actually a brayer. And so I was using a brayer to create a lot of this. This one also has a nice copper mixed in with this, and this one is not black and white. This is actually that Payne's grade again. And Payne's gray, as you kind of move it out, it turns more into a navy blue. So just to give you an idea of that. So this one is called the Copper and Blue Abstract. It doesn't have any like sexy name or anything on it, but it's number 7. So, number 7. Okay, all right. Okay, so any feedback? Like, you guys have any questions about those neutral abstracts? I know what you guys have been seeing during the week has been more of the florals that I do for my licensing agents, but I wanted to start out with that really neutral color palette, just kind of give you an idea of the variety of things that I've been creating, not only for my art licensing clients, but for my gallery clients. So I don't know, are there any questions that people had, David, that I might need to answer?
You got Donna saying, I love that. You got Tracy saying hi.
Hey, Tracy. Hey, Donna. Cool. Okay. All right. I know you want to see more art, but here's the deal. I promised some ranting. And I got to cool down a little bit because I'm like on fire and just like running around. So here's the thing. All right. So I need for people to start sharing some stories. Questions, I'm bored. Thanks, David. At least we're going to keep it crazy here. Hey, what is the craziest thing that your kids have done since they've been home from school, like with COVID? I mean, like, what's the craziest thing? Or like, what's the thing that's bugging you the most? Okay, I'm going to just like say it. If I have to clean the kitchen one more time, I think my head's going to explode, right? And it's so funny because everybody thinks that, well, I already cleaned it yesterday, so that means I don't have to clean it today, or I don't have to clean it again. And it's like, you're cleaning it 7 times a day. All right, anybody else? Okay, like, what is the craziest thing that your kids are doing during COVID? And if you want to, you can also throw your hubby under the bus or your wife, but I can't right here, so, because I got somebody who's in the room with me. But any COVID stories? Any, like, I think I'm gonna, yeah, okay, all the kitchen cabinets hang open. I know, like, you think, or you walk around the corner and you almost like decapitate yourself because you're like, right? Okay, that's a good one. They're eating all your food. You can't buy carbs, pumpkin. Kids and carbs, they just don't work. Laundry. Yeah, they wear hoodies 2 days in a row. Well, like, okay, count your blessings, because I think you have boys as well. My boys will wear their hoodies for weeks, right? So I have to actually like peel it off their body. So, okay. Lisa, okay. Alan wants me to cut his hair all the time, right? So like I've got like a little bit of, color or lack of color coming through. I'm like, thanks, Dad, for the gray patches in, where like right in the temples. But yeah, David's the same way. Although I don't know, I like his hair longer. I just think it, I like it. I don't know. David, do you like your hair longer?
I do.
He does. And then I think Shauna's on here too. And actually, Shauna is the person we go to when we need to get our hair cut. And she's not a professional like hair cutter, so you can't yell at her. She can't get in trouble. She's just an art friend. We're like, well, if you know how to use a paintbrush, of course you know how to use scissors. All right. Someone in this group does cut your hair, David, and she might be hiding right now. So anyway, all right. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to move into kind of my more tropical floral type paintings, right? So I'm trying to do collections so that it makes more sense when we're going through these things. So I'm going to, like I said, I'm going to kind of go through some of the florals and the tropical. So if you're on here, you're your pineapples girlfriend. All right, so let me grab them. Moving them over, hold on. Okay. First up is a pineapple. pineapple. Let me pull that back for you so that you can see it. This is a 30 by 40. Remember, anything bigger than a 20 by 24, I think is what I said, or I don't know, 20 by 24 is only $697, all right? This is called the leg pineapple, all right? So the funny story about this is I took an art class from someone whose last name was rhymed with Schmeg, and he taught us like this old school, like Rembrandt dark background type style of painting with oil. And so I converted it and did like this really kind of contemporary new poppy pineapple. It did not make him happy, but I'll tell you what, it made me happy. So here we go. All right. So this one is called the leg pineapple. It is number 10. Number 10.
Leg pineapple?
What? Leg.
Leg pineapple?
L-E-G. Yeah, leg pineapple. Because, yeah. Someone's last name rhymed with Schmeg.
Gotcha. Leg pineapple.
All right, I'm gonna find a place to clean these. Just for a minute. All right. Remember how I kind of said this is going to be more of a tropical floral like type collection. So this one has resin on it, and it's going to catch some of the highlights from the lighting. But this is kind of a big splash of pink. All right, and I'm going to pull it even further, like closer, to see if I can't get that shine off of it. So it has some really nice, like liquidy depths on it. Right. Again, $697, and it is resin coated. All right. If you need to see this one, and like we can do this later on if you want to take a look at it, I can turn the lights off and it might be easier to see. Oh, this one is number 11.
What's it called?
Let's call it Pink Splash. I don't really have an official name for it. All right, here's another pineapple. I like this one because it's got a really nice unfinished look to it. It's really bright and bold. It has orange in it, so if orange is your color. And then I used like a layer of white over the top of it. So this one is called the Orange Pineapple, and it's in the number 8.
Number 8?
Number 8.
You go backwards.
Well, my numbers are all mixed, like they're not. We go with the flow. When you're an artist, you just gotta go with the flow. All right, so I'm gonna show you some smaller ones now. So this is a 20 by 20. It's one of the ones that are being offered for $197. You buy the first one, you get the second one for free. And here's another one that's in that really soft, muted colors, right? And I'm looking at how it's a little bit washed out because of my lighting. Let me see here. This might be one that needs to be, yeah, that's a little bit better. But, so this one is called, it's called Pink Beach, right? And it's number 9. Number 9. And this one is called Gray Sky. And that is, let me see if I have, that's number 12. All right. Now here's one that is a resin one again, and it also has gold leaf on it. So I might need to move it around a little bit for you guys to catch the full effect of this. All right. But that resin, it really pops all those teals and turquoise and aquas. So this one is called the Gold Leaf, and it's number 13. David, oh, and it's a 20 by 30 as well. So this one is $6.97, just so you know. This is the size it goes up. Thank you for documenting those. That's really helpful. All right. Again, these are kind of some of my pieces that are more in that tropical feel. This has a lot of paint on it, and it has a lot of texture, and it has a lot of fun details in this abstract. Kind of has a faux wood look. This one actually was picked up by the art licensing agent a couple years ago, and I believe it went to TJ Maxx. So this one is also $6.97. It is a 20 by 24. And it's called Faux Wood, number 14.
I don't know how it's spelled faux.
F-A-U-X.
Faux.
Faux.
Faux what? Wood?
What? Faux.
Isn't that fox?
Here's another one in that same series, and it's really a coral fall. And again, I'm looking, it's got too much light that's coming in here. It just doesn't do it justice. So it's called Coral Fall, and it's number 15. If you guys want to see this one closer, if this really will complement maybe a different painting, we'll take a look at it, okay? But it's just not presenting as beautifully as it is in person. So Coral Fall, number 15.
Fall.
Yeah. Spelled F-A-L-L. Here's a couple more pineapples for the folks that are looking for the pineapples. This is called a blush pineapple, and I'm gonna have to pull it out of its casing. I'm sorry, I can't do that. Okay. It is a 20 by 24. Again, it is $697. It's called the blush pineapple. I'm gonna pull it closer because again, that lighting's kind of. So blush pineapple, and it is number 16. All right, another pineapple. This is a 20 by 24 as well. This is called lavender pineapple. Once again, more of that tropical, little bit of floral, not quite the flowers that you probably are used to seeing from me, but it is number 17. All right, I have two more. This is a 30 by 40 pineapple. I went through a spell where I painted infinity loops. I'm trying to get it all the way back so you can see it. So I went through, I have about 3 paintings that were in a series for a gallery and a collection, and they were all called Infinity. One was called Infinity Animal, this was called Infinity Pineapple, and then I have an Infinity Tank. So it was all about plant, animal, and machine, right? So it was a whole gallery display based on those 3 things. So this one is called Infinity Pineapple, and it is number 18. It is a 30 by 40. All right. I'll tell you guys next about a little story about my husband. And it really kind of is where this whole collection of paintings has come from. So my husband was born in Belize, and you know, poor me, I have to go to Belize every couple years and hang out on the beach, right? But when I go to Belize, it's usually a 2-week trip, and I don't get to paint for 2 weeks. So I get to see like the jungle and the city, and I get to experience this country that has now become my second home. And this is actually an image of a key house that was in Belize City, and we had just left the jungle and the forest the day before. And so it kind of combined that this whole feeling of being in Belize and in Central America. And it's really loose and it's really free, and I've used a lot of fluid acrylics, and there's a lot of just more of a watercolor effect on it. So this is another one that if you want to dig in and you want to take a better, like a closer look, just let me know, okay? So this is called Belize, and it's number 19. So I have a question for you, David. When are we going to go back to Belize?
As soon as Delta starts flying again.
When Delta, you got to say it louder. When are we going back to Belize?
As soon as we can fly.
As soon as we can fly. As soon as we can fly. Okay. All right. Again, any questions? Because I'm sitting here going, whew, I can tell I'm getting warm. It's time for me to have a little, like, sippy sip. All right. Yeah, Lisa, that story behind the Belize paintings was like, I'm glad that you said you enjoyed it. I kind of just did a top level. But when we go to Belize, it's, you know, it's great. I absolutely love being there, and it's so beautiful. But I miss painting. But here's like, the other side of it is, I go into restaurants and there are original paints everywhere, and there's just such talent of the people in Belize, and they just create such beautiful artwork. And so I'm always like, I don't snap pictures of us on the beach. I'm always snapping pictures of paintings on the wall, and I try to imagine what I can, like, what am I going to learn from that artist and how am I going to incorporate it. So when I come back from Belize, I typically, my color palettes explode, right? So some of those paintings where you saw the bright pinks and you saw the the blues and the purples and just this, it's all because my brain is on like just Belize fire, and so everything comes back. So then I have to spend a couple weeks neutralizing my color palettes. So I would do something like I showed you at the beginning with those black and white neutral color palettes. So it kind of helps me balance everything out. So hey, Kaki, Belize, what size? That is a 30 by 40. I'm sorry I didn't tell you that. I'm pretty sure I forgot to tell you that. So that one is a 30 by 40. Again, remember, anything larger than like a 20 by 20 or a 16 by 20, one price, $6.97, right?
Martha Davis wants to see number 16 again, the pink pineapple.
Which pineapple?
The pink pineapple.
Like the, let me look.
Number 16.
Cool. All right, Martha. We had a request to see this one again, and I wanted to. It's having the white is really kind of reflecting there. That might be the right distance for you to really get a good feel for that. So this one is a 20 by 24, right? And that is a. It's actually the 697. All right. Here's the time where I want to like tell you a little bit about some of the bonuses for being here. Yay! All right, so there's a bonus now, and then there's going to be a bonus at the end. So I need for you guys to stay if you want to hear about the bonus from the end. I am not only selling these paintings for $6.97, I'm going to let you pick out one of the 16 by 20s or 20 by 20s as well, okay? So you're getting still the buy one, get one, all right? So if this is something that you want, you're still going to get another painting, all right? So that's the first bonus that I'm doing for tonight. And I didn't even tell you guys about it at the beginning, so thank you for hanging in there with me. So, okay, so if that's something you're interested in.
Lisa wants to see roosters from the Keys.
Oh, man. I have one rooster here. The other one is tomorrow. All right, Lisa. Let me see here, girl. I have two. Okay, Lisa, I can't believe I still have the rooster, the one that I keep promoting, and he's the Key West rooster, and I think I promote him I can't believe I still have it. But, like, I'm using him in my house, so it's totally fine. But I do have two more roosters that were inspired by my trip to Key West. Yeah, buddy. Okay, so if you've ever been to Key West, which was my first trip in February before everything closed down, I was in Key West, and there are just roosters everywhere. And if you chase them, you actually are called a rooster molester, right? You can actually get a fine for that. So I had to be careful because I kept on like chasing them to get pictures of them, and then someone said, you know, you can get in trouble for that. You can be called a rooster molester. And I'm like, dang, I just need pictures so I can paint them. So here's one, and he is like super white and, you know, like super simple, and he is kind of like super skinny and doesn't have enough feathers, but he thinks he's beautiful still. He's like, I'm so beautiful. Here's another one. And this one is has a watercolor flavor to him and like a super simple background. This one actually sent off to the art licensing agent. So this is one that could be picked up by an art licensing agent. So those are the two roosters I have. And then that third one, like I keep on posting him, and I just can't believe that I still have him, but I'm kind of happy because I really like him. So these are the roosters. Thanks for asking. So I'm not going to number those, but if you're interested in the roosters, you can just be like the watercolor rooster or the white rooster. And then if you see the one that I posted, I called him Key West Rooster. So that's that. All right. So anyone else have big trips that were canceled during like COVID and during spring break? I mean, like anyone? Yeah, I know. So I was lucky to like sneak in the Key West trip, but it was because I was going to be on a cruise, and the cruise we decided not to do. So I wasn't super happy about the Key West, but it actually ended up being a really good time, and I got some really good inspiration pictures. So anybody else have like a trip canceled? I know my kids, Davin was going to go to Panama City. That was canceled. I was like, okay. Estes Park. Oh no, that would have been really good. I would have been super sad about Estes Park. My son was going to go on a Boy Scout, Sea base trip, and he was actually going to snorkel for a week in Key West. Not when I was there, but later on, and that got canceled. I felt really bad for him on that one. Say, David, what are you trying to tell people? If y'all had something you'd like to let me know, we will. Okay. I was like, I thought he was telling a story about a trip he had to miss out on. I'm sorry.
I did.
Oh, he was going to Disney. Yeah, you were supposed to go to Disney with JC, which actually you may have been in one of the ones going, yay. Like, whew, dodged that one. Let me think, who else? Oh, poor Alex. I mean, he's a senior this year, and he was supposed to go to Costa Rica. And that got canceled for his senior trip. So now he's like talking, I want to drive across the country, and I want to camp alongside the road. And I'm like, oh God, Costa Rica, it's probably safer. Anyway, so I'm finally going. Oh, you guys gonna go to Colorado, Suzanne? That sounds like fun. Yeah, I want to go to Colorado for multiple reasons. It's on my to-do list for sure. So I'm like totally ready. So, okay, so I promised that I would just go like a half an hour, but it has been 39 minutes. I still have some squares to show you, some large format squares. So if you guys are good with that, I'm going to go ahead and do some of these squares because those are going to be the last of the large pieces that I have to show you. Other than that, I just have some of the smaller like squares and 16 by 20s. Most of them have been on social media, so you've seen most of those. So I was going to just go ahead and get to those squares if you guys are okay with that. All right? Okay, cool. I'm going to take that as a yes.
How's my thing show over hand?
Someone... I don't know. I don't know why that's so fun. Okay. These are some of my bigger pieces. These are going to be 40 by 40 squares, and they're original paintings, right? I wanted to put that one into the like Belize Tropical because of the colors, But the reality is, because it, you know, it's actually more desert. It's like Arizona, right? So, let's see, sorry. Okay, so 40 by 40, it's called the Cactus. It is an original painting, and it's $6.97. All right, number 20, Cactus. All right. This one probably could have gone with the Belize tropical feel because it definitely has that tropical feel to it. Again, this one is a 40 by 40. It is an abstract. You can actually put this any way you want. And that's what's nice about it. I actually haven't signed it yet because I think it really works any direction. It has the magentas and it has, you know, the turquoise and it has the blues in it, and it's just a nice abstract piece. Let me think the name on this. I look at it and to me it looks like lungs. So I hate to say it, but I call it lungs, right? You can, like, it looks like you have bronchial tubes and stuff. I don't know, if you're a doctor, maybe that would float your boat. I probably have to come up with a better name for that if I want to. So, all right, so 40 by 40. This is another one I think you're going to want to take even a better look at eventually. So let me know if you want to see that. That is number 21. Lungs. Sometimes my brain isn't super creative. Sorry. Okay, so this is part of a series I did again for an art licensing agent. They wanted the back of women kind of for the bathroom and powder room, and they wanted it super simple. They didn't, like, you couldn't have any butt crack, which actually is really hard to do and make it look like a woman's butt that isn't just like icky, like a big butt. But anyway, so this is one of the pieces I've left over. Did about 5 or 6 of them, and this is one of the last ones that I have. It is a really neutral palette. There is some like palette knife work here, and this one is called Barely Blue. It is a, make sure, it is a 30 by 30. It is also on a thicker canvas. This is about a 2-inch canvas. So this one wouldn't need framed. Barely Blue, number 22. Okay, I have put this one on the website, and it is the Peacock. This Peacock is a 30 by 30, but it is a double layered canvas. I put a video on my Art Moxie so that you could understand what the double layered canvas looks like. This is a 1.5 inch thick canvas, and it's a 30 by 30, and then on top of it is a 10 by 20 canvas where the peacock head is, right? So this one, again, remember, it's $6.97. And that all includes free shipping. What?
Martha Davis asked if you can flip the camera.
Flip the camera. Tell me more. How do you want me to flip the camera? Like, oh. You can't rotate your phone while you're recording. Sorry. I tried. Yeah, it won't let me flip the camera.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, sorry about that. But Martha, if you want to take a better, like, closer look, we could do that tomorrow and take a look at that video that I posted. I think I posted it 2 or 3 days ago, and it was to show you what this painting looks like. Okay, so perfect. Number 23. Did I already give you a number for that one?
No.
Number 23, Peacock. All right, this one is called Summer Tanager Tango. I'm kind of showing you some birds that I have right now, all right? And this one is a 30 by 30, primary color's red. There's 3 birds. It's called Summer Tanager Tango. It is on a thicker canvas, like 1.5 inch thick canvas, and it has a lot of paint on it, so it's got a lot of texture. That one's a 30 by 30. Number 24, Summer Tanager. All right. I only have 2 more. Okay, this one is a reproduction. It is on plexiglass, and again, it's going to catch the light really kind of crazy, but it's a really soft, calm piece, and the best thing about this is you can put it outside. It will do well, not in, like if you were going to, it can't have direct sunlight, meaning if you're going to have a high, like if you have a outdoor deck and it's going to be hit by the sun all day long, I wouldn't recommend it. But if you have a covered deck and it gets some shade during the day, this piece would be the perfect piece. Like if you have a pool or you have an outdoor area that you want to decorate. It is on plexiglass. I'm going to give you a little bit closer look. I tried this out a couple years ago and I have a couple pieces on it that I use outside by my pool. And then you hang it with this. Okay? Now, this one is $6.97, but it is a reproduction. Just want to let you know that. Everything else I've shown you tonight has been originals. This is the only reproduction that I have. And it's number 25. It's called Calm, C-A-L-M. It's not a mistake. All right. Okay. Oh, one more, and that's it. So this is that other infinity piece. Like, so I did the infinity piece. Like there were 3-part, right? And one was a horse and one was a pineapple, and this one is the tank. And this symbolizes machine or man, and then the other one symbolizes nature, right? So this is called the tank. It is number 26. And that pretty much wraps it up tonight. I'm like, and I bet it's been 50 minutes, and that like totally flew by. And I hope that got a good sense of being able, like, so typically people come in here and they're able to rifle through the artwork and enjoy just looking through things. I know it took a little bit longer for me to put it up for you guys, but I think that this could be just a really good look-see. And I know that it's really hard to buy original art when you can't touch and feel it. So if you want to if you are interested in a piece and you want to talk about it, that's what I would love to do. So tomorrow I'm going to be in the studio at 2 p.m. That's Central Time, and what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be having a Zoom call, but it's actually called Rooms, right? So Facebook doesn't like it when other people have product that's better than theirs, so they have to come up with a new idea. So inside of Facebook, there's something called Room. And what that is, it's just like those video chat rooms, right? So you can come up and I'll see your face and you'll see mine, and then we can talk about a piece of art and you can tell me which ones you were interested in, and we can look at them closer, okay? So I totally understand. Sometimes it's really difficult to buy something like art without touching and feeling it first, all right? So here's what we had talked about earlier, that there's a bonus for sticking in here to the end of the night, and I'm offering everybody a free piece of art. It is a digital download, and David is going to be like cut and pasting that link here for you guys so that you can take it. I'm also going to cut and paste it and put it in the live afterwards, because then I think you can just like click on it. But so definitely there's a free piece of digital downloaded art that you guys can all have, and it's my gift to you. And I just totally love that you were here tonight with me to do a little bit of ranting and a little bit of looking at artwork. And I still have artwork that is available. I will be posting more artwork over the weekend. But here's the thing. Here's the big thing that you guys get. Because you were here, to tell me that you were at the Friday night show, and anything that is anything that's posted that is larger than the 20 by 24, you'll get for that price is $6.97. All right, that is free shipping in a tube, right? So we may need, if you want to keep it on the frame, we are going to need to talk a little bit about shipping, but it's just way more affordable to ship it in a tube. So if you want free shipping, it's there. All right, and we can talk about what the best move is for you guys. The only caveat to the $6.97 is anything that's on my walls in my house. So tomorrow I'm taking you on a tour of the house, and you can see some of the larger pieces that I have. So those pieces are the only thing that are exempt in this special deal. All right, if you haven't watched this video and you haven't watched it to the very end, you're not going to know that. So you guys, I'm thanking you so much for being here. Remember, the other bonus that you have is that when you pick out one of these big pieces, you also get to pick out one of those 16 by 20s or the 20 by 20s. I'm going to grab a couple real quick just to remind you what that looks like, right? So you're also going to be able to pick out something like this size, or something like this size, right? I'm trying to be diligent and post what's selling and what's not available anymore, but all of that's your deal, right? And it's only for the folks who showed up here tonight. Now, if you watch it in rerun and you're sitting here going, well, I wasn't there Friday night, but you're watching a rerun, that's super cool still. You still get the deal, okay? But I'm not offering it to just anybody who comes in anymore, all right? So that's it. That's what we're doing. And I'm super excited that you guys were here, and I'm pretty much going to wrap it up because I'm guessing that some of you have some TV binge watching to do, right? We didn't get to talk about that tonight, like what's your favorite binge watching show, but you probably have some of that left. If there's something you see and you want to purchase it, you can message me. David, have you dropped my phone number and my email in there for me real quick? You can email me, you can message me, or you can just drop it right here and say, I think I want the tank, right? Whatever one you want, and we'll go from there. Okay? All right. Again, I thank you so much for hanging in there for almost an hour. I'm like, I can't believe. Well, I can't believe it took an hour, but if there's any questions you have, please just let me know. And then I'll see you tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. for the house show. And then final reminder, Sunday at 2 p.m. Central Time, I'm giving away that pet portrait. So if you haven't signed up for the pet portrait yet, you need to get your name in that registration. And again, I think David has that link for me, so I can just drop it in here. And then after the live's over, I will put it into the comment section. That way it'll be easier to click on, I believe. and we'll go from there. So those are things you're going to want to do. All right, get registered for that pet portrait. Someone's got to win. Someone's got to win. I want it to be you guys. All right. All right, yeah. David's saying time to end the show and get some vino. I don't think I had any drinks, but it's here and it's waiting. So David's like over there giggling. All right, guys. Hey, thank you so much, and I will chat with you guys later. Bye.